Hi everyone, I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
I told you not towards my face.
I tried to go up there.
We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on X.
And I just want everyone to know that our Twin Talk plaque that Karen was so gracious to send us is behind the stove. And because Nancy accidentally put it there, I didn't have the strength to actually push the stove out this morning.
Because I've been in charge of the props for the last couple days, and I'm not good at like the set designing, the set dressing as you are.
Well,
and people always ask us, and I want to answer this right now. People go, is this a fake kitchen? Does Stephanie never cook?
I cook every day.
We cook all day. Stephanie is
Clean.
Monica from Friends.
Constantly cleaning.
Constantly cleaning. Everything has to be where it is. So just picture Monica from Friends. Yes, she does use this stove. Okay, I think we stalled enough because we haven't wanted to do this all day. We've been putting it off. I haven't read the article.
Looked at the pictures.
Whew. Okay,
Harper's
we're not going to
Bazaar.
even cover the pictures in this video. We are just going to cover the article because a lot of people are reading excerpts from it, and I've read the excerpts, but I can't believe some of the things that people have been saying are in this article are actually in this article. I guess we're about to find out. There's no way there's this one part. And you guys, when I get to it, hopefully it's not really in there because I will be outraged if it actually happened. The people that know. Glasses. Meghan's moment. After years of being subsumed by other people's narratives, the Duchess of Sussex is ready to author her own next chapter. Okay, so far, this sounds like the Cut interview. It sounds like another reinvention. She said the same thing 5 years ago.
Rebranding.
Why are we doing this again?
Because everything has failed.
Wow. And can we preface this with, yes, Stephanie, I'm glad you brought that up. Before we even get into this article, everything this woman has done has completely failed. Failed.
How do you fail during a podcast when you have all the resources? That's what I'm saying. How does that happen? You have to be gifted in failing.
Yes. But how do you screw up on a Netflix show when you have 80 people helping you?
Your crew, I know.
Oh my God. If I had 80 people helping me, I mean, I'm just like imagining that. It's insane. A cluster of white tents had been set up at the La Brea Tar Pits, the active fossil dig site and natural history museum in Los Angeles, to receive a group of girls from a local STEM academy. One tent near the entrance is appointed with a handsome, worn-looking wooden desk with a tarp hanging behind it that's printed with a reproduction of a nature painting. It looks like the movie version of an archaeologist's field station.
Next door to SAG.
Yeah,
AFTRA.
It is. Yeah, I
used to
remember.
hang out there.
The 11 and 12-year-old girls in their purple and gray uniforms are unaware of who they are about to meet.
Oh, God.
It's a warm September day, and I can hear them murmuring outside the tent. A golf cart pulls up, the gravel crunching beneath its tires. The Duchess of Sussex, someone in the scrum announces. Meghan descends, dressed in wide-legged trousers,
wrinkled,
a silk blouse, and a small pair of pavé diamond studs by the Ukrainian brand Guzama. They were a gift from her husband, Prince Harry, picked up on a recent trip to Kiev with his Invictus Games Foundation. Wow. Meghan lived just a few blocks from here as a child. Balboa Park is nowhere near the La Brea Tar Pits.
No.
I can attest to this right now because we lived in the valley, and that's closer to Encino. Okay? That's where we would go rollerblading.
Yeah.
Okay?
Balboa Park.
Yeah. She's completely lying right now. She mentions that this is where she rode on the back of her mother's bike before she was allowed to ride her on her own. Okay, so now we're gonna
That's one
we're
of the
gonna
busiest
complete.
streets in Los Angeles. If you have a child riding through those streets, you need someone call CPS.
And it's like 6 lanes. It's not like a normal street where it's like 2 lanes or even 1. It's like 3 lanes each.
and
And
they're
everyone
all
is
going
just
fast.
It's fast. And
It's like a freeway.
the thing about LA is it's not a biker's paradise because they allow motorcycles to weave in and out of traffic. It is so dangerous. So that's another lie, allegedly. Everyone is ushered into the tent where a table is set up with boxes full of dirt and bone specimens. A museum educator begins to explain what they are looking at. Meghan is attuned to the girls. She asks one about her nails, another about what she's studying. When a girl mentions her love of languages, Meghan lights up. I'm learning French on Duolingo, she says proudly, adding that she just hit a 90-day streak. Okay, she's trolling us. She's trolling us.
Is she gonna be like into dinosaurs and like now she's like an archaeologist? Is she
No,
Indiana Jones?
No, she paid this whatever she's at, this charity, this nature museum thing, to spend a day with girls so this person who's following her can talk about it.
I thought that was the new grift.
No, she's never going to talk to these girls again.
No, God, no.
Allegedly. Meghan and the girls assemble for a group photo. Some girls look straight at the camera while a few squint and stare off to the side and attempt maybe to stave off self-consciousness. I mean, I'm sure they're all nervous because they're around Meghan.
They're around a duchess.
Yes. This is the time for many girls when they become aware of being seen, sometimes benevolently, more often than not. Meghan, 44, stands in the middle of the group. She lives a life accompanied by a level of scrutiny that every tween girl imagines is always present.
Oh, now we're okay. Now she's okay.
She's comparing herself to teenagers going through puberty.
That's okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I have tough days.
Yeah.
And you have tough days.
Heck yeah.
But I would not trade the tough days I have now at this age for the tough days I had when I was a teenager going through puberty.
13's hard.
12, 13.
That's like hard. You gotta, oh God. And it's all the hormones are happening.
Oh God.
I feel so bad.
And you know what? I wasn't a multimillionaire at that age.
I wasn't
either. I didn't have all the things she has.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Meghan, it is very real. I don't know how any woman could see a young girl and not see herself in her, especially at that age, Meghan tells me later. I can't see how anyone doesn't see it themselves in a child.
That's weird.
When Meghan became engaged to Prince Harry in 2017, it triggered a tectonic shift in the culture. Already an actress on the popular cable drama Suits, is this person a journalist? I'm going to look up who wrote this.
Yeah, we got to look at all
Okay,
that.
because
we're going to find the trail tonight in live, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's popular cable Suits.
Yeah.
And the purveyor of an aspirational lifestyle brand that nobody had ever heard of, Meghan shot to global superstardom and became the subject of intense public fascination.
We loved her.
Yeah, we're not saying we didn't.
We were so excited.
We didn't know who she was until the Vanity Fair thing came out.
And we were excited.
Yeah, the whole thing about her being famous in the States was a complete lie.
She wasn't.
She was telling Harry and the royal family. We had no idea who she was.
Yeah, and he believed anything.
Yeah. The contrast in Meghan and Harry's backgrounds, she was American and he was British. She was a working actress from a modest family and he was royal. She was biracial and he was a symbol for imaginary monoracial Britain. Scrambled multiple narratives depending on your perspective. Yeah, there was a difference for us because we're American, we're divorced, the same age. Like we were into it.
Oh,
we were eating it up.
She had dogs.
Oh,
we were so excited.
She completely bamboozled us with the vegan thing.
Oh, yeah.
With the I don't wear fur thing.
I loved her.
We believed everything she was saying. Their union symbolized the triumph of liberal, post-racial mediocrity or the downfall of traditional conservative values. 2017, Meghan. It was 2017.
Queen was still alive.
What are you talking about? What are you freaking talking about? You're acting like you are the first biracial woman to date a white British man? What
Or
are
royal.
what are you talking about? In 2020, when the couple announced their intention to step back from royal duties and move to California, the tabloids dubbed it Megxit. It was a cultural inflection point. Was this a refutation of generational trauma? Oh God, are we using that word again? Or millennials being afraid of hard work?
Don't work.
Yeah. In all of those stories, though, Meghan lost her agency and her humanity. In what way did she lose her humanity? They gave
That
her
13-year-old girl in her.
How many speeches did she give when she was a working royal? How many times did they prop her up?
How many magazine articles?
Oh my God.
It's a lot.
Meghan understands her voice better than you. I'm starting to not believe that. I got to call BS on that. Better than any producer would put it out there, says Terry Wood, former executive vice president of Harper Productions. Okay, so far she's using Oprah staff as a source.
Got it.
Let's see who the other sources are. Oprah Winfrey's production company Wood executive produced the explosive 2021 Oprah interview with Meghan and Harry after they stepped back from the royal family. Its airing triggered an aftershock and worked with Meghan on the production of her podcast, Archetypes.
But at the time, it was shocking because of culture and society, what was happening.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, you don't
George Floyd in the pandemic.
And then you're calling the royal family racist? Like, why not just put a target on their backs? You did.
She knows how she comes across, and she knows how she wants to connect. Yeah. She understands that so much has been written about her that when she does something, she wants to break through that noise so people see that she is authentically trying to be herself. You had that chance with Archetypes. You literally, when you started that damn podcast, the teaser trailer said, I just want to be me and say it in my own words. You had a chance. What did they do to stop you from being your authentic self?
Oh, she's blaming them.
No, she's just saying that.
Who's she blaming?
Like, she's never been able to be authentic until just now.
Oh, okay, now she's
just
different.
now. Meghan has acquired a level of fame that is irrevocable. Question becomes, what does one woman do with that amount of power and tricky sort of influence? In the 5 years since leaving the firm, what some members of the royal family call the institution. Some members, it was you and Harry who constantly did it in that Netflix. Why don't you just say it was you? Meghan has remained focused on the projects she has built for herself and that fit her lifestyle as a mother of young children, Archie and Betty. Together with Harry, she launched the nonprofit Archwell. Yeah, been there, done that. It's actually lost money throughout the years. You have fewer donors than you did in 2020. Let's talk about the other projects that you've done. With the mission to show up and do good, she has signed development deals with Spotify and Netflix. They both dropped her. They don't want anything to do with her anymore. Okay, let's keep going. Her lifestyle series, With Love Meghan, in which she invites friends to a Nancy Meyers-esque California home to cook, craft, and garden with her, coincided with the launch of her brand, As Ever, which sells scented candles, preserves, flower sprinkles, and wine. Okay.
She said friend.
Didn't crack the top Netflix 300. She changed her brand twice. She went from ARO to As Ever. Then everyone got confused because she was then calling it With Love. We didn't know if it was called With Love Meghan. We had no idea what it was called.
Probably sent out, I would say, 100 lemon wrap baskets. And I think only 6 people put it up on their
Yeah,
Instagram.
I want to say 10,
so
but
when
yeah,
she's
you're
saying
close.
all these friends,
yeah.
I don't know where all these friends are.
Okay.
She's not a girl's girl.
Yeah. I can't believe we're having to talk about this again. It's just recycled BS. After years of others attempting to fit her into their narratives, she is now pursuing a life and a career that feel authentic to her and her alone, and allowing herself to enjoy. So all the things that came before it, Spotify, Netflix, The Bench, Oprah, The Cut, Archwell. What the hell else has she done that's failed? I mean, Lemonada,
Jam,
just everything, everything yeah. In general. Invictus, Polo.
Oh, she screwed that up.
Everything. Mm-hmm. Now, guys, Now she feels authentic
Oh, she's gonna make it.
and is allowing her to enjoy it. Even though she said all those things 5 years ago, she's going to enjoy it now and do it again. The appearance at the La Brea Tar Pits has wrapped. I like how at least she admits it's a wrap project. I mean, it wasn't a real thing. And now it's lunchtime at the Polo Lounge at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Plug. I'm going to say something about the Polo Lounge. It is a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
Nobody goes there anymore. You go, you have lunch, they give you like the purse or your leftovers. You pay like $75 for a sandwich. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. I am telling you guys right now, if you believe anything we've ever said, Polo Lounge.
Have we just opened up the door to 2010?
I feel like we've opened it up to 2000 with the Polo Lounge.
So
I mean, I don't remember going there since like 1999. I don't remember going there since then. I followed Meghan underneath the iconic green and white striped awning of the entryway and through the cream carpeted lobby and outdoor on the patio where a live piano player's notes accompanying our procession. Along the see to be seen spot for Hollywood deal making and politicking, it is a calculated choice as a site for my first interview with Meghan.
There's no cameras allowed either.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. No, but I've said no. But the problem is
outside you could take it.
No. People slip it now. I actually saw someone sneaked a video of Brad Pitt last week at Chateau Marmont. So people are getting loose. They're not as crazy as they used to be about the rules. We are ushered to a circular table in the corner of the garden, a prime seat where we can see the other diners and they can see the three of us. The Sussex's chief communications officer sits between us. We order a burger and fries for the table.
And a beer.
And Meghan orders the Polo Power Bowl. When it arrives, she holds up the dish. Okay, so she got paid to merch the Polo Lounge.
This is all merching. It started off as merching.
Yeah, and you know what I found funny? When Omid Scobie, but when Omid Scobie first came to LA, do you remember he kept merching the Polo Lounge? So they must be getting some kickback from it.
Jeez.
When it arrives, she holds up the dish, taking genuine delight in the perfectly arranged produce, aligned to make a rainbow. During our conversation, Meghan pauses to chat with the restaurateur, Michael Cho. She says his restaurant catered a recent birthday party for Harry, or H, as she always refers to him, and has a whispered conference with a famous film titan. So there was a famous film titan at the Polo Lounge. No, there wasn't, Meghan, because famous film titans don't eat there anymore. How do powerful women flex? Do they lead with deference or dominance? Meghan seems to lead with affability. The warmth with
overly affable.
Yeah, she's affable.
She's overly affable.
That's from Seinfeld. She's affable.
No, it's from Curb.
Oh, it's from Curb. Yeah. I knew it was Larry David.
I'm overly affable.
Warmth with which she greets each of these men and which they reciprocate is genuine. It's truly genuine.
She likes men. She likes powerful men.
With me, her interviewer, where the power balance shifts back and forth, she is warm and open, and she's always maintains direct eye contact.
Oh,
she's a close talker. It's a skill she honed since childhood. I was such a little nerd, she says. My entire identity was wrapped up in being the smart one. I mean,
she said this.
Do we have to? I don't want to have to debunk all that again. You guys know that she was the homecoming queen, the prom queen.
She started all the musicals.
Yeah, I mean, this is so stupid.
I was a nerd. I read books.
I mean, that's like if I were to go to my high school reunion tomorrow, like, guys, I was such a nerd. People would laugh in my face. They'd go, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
Dork? Yes.
Yeah.
Nerd? No.
Yeah. No, you weren't a nerd. There used to be this show. I'm dating myself, but do you remember Studs? Yeah, Meghan, we remember Studs. Again, bringing up something that was a long time ago.
Why did she do that?
Because that's where her head's at. She's like, She never grew up.
No,
She's still in that place where she wants to be that famous
peaked in high
person.
school.
She peaked in high school and she's still mentally there.
Mhm.
This is where I am reminded that Meghan, like me, is an elder millennial born in 1981. We are a maligned bunch, hated by our elders for our generational insistence on authenticity and social justice.
Hated by our elders.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. We've talked about this a million times. They're also elder millennial, geriatric millennials, whatever they want to call it, you know, that sweet spot in the 80s. But Meghan is trying to brush off the fact that she can commit elder abuse and call people racist because that's just how we are. That's not how we are. We grew up on the West Coast too. We grew up in a very liberal-centered area. We never became a-holes to the elderly. We never became social justice warriors.
She's trying to get out of this.
She is.
She's trying to get out of it.
You're trying to blame it on the fact that you're an elder millennial?
No,
There is no excuse for being a jerk.
I don't like boomers. Like that's how
she's like, oh man, those boomers.
She's trying to explain it.
Well,
to
no,
us.
it's
her generation.
Yeah, it's just the generation. Prided from those younger who our earnest belief is that the world is capable of change, what Gen Z has labeled cringe. Studs is an elder millennial touchpoint, a dating game show that aired on Fox in the early 90s. Next, she's going to bring up In Living Color.
I remember that show.
I know. I remember Studs. I watched Studs.
Everyone did.
I distinctly remember my mom and her friends. Again, no, you don't. No, you don't. Let's fix that. I'm going to fix it for everybody. I distinctly remember my sister Samantha and her friends hating it because how often the contestants use the word buns.
They did.
After school, kids would enact a little makeshift version of Studs to play. They were like, well, Meghan can be the host.
Oh, I'm the director.
Yeah. She's such a nerd.
I'll be the host, guys.
What a wallflower.
Yeah.
She said, I have the personality type of, I can help coordinate.
Yeah,
I can help organize.
You're a natural born leader.
I can help facilitate. We were in elementary school. We were so excited every year for Career Day. Because Career Day was a day off from class and you got to walk around and you got to go to all the different classrooms and see how things were made. And like one day it was like, you know, Career Day, but like the Oregon Trail version of Career Day. What did the pioneers of Oregon do?
You could be what is it
You
called?
could make candles.
Candle,
you could be like blacksmith.
Beeswax candles.
They taught square dancing. I mean, we were so excited. So we show up at school, you know, and our principal takes us, and we're talking elementary school. We're under 10 at this point. I don't know exactly the age, but we're under 10.
Yeah.
And Mr. Withers comes up to us, dressed as a Quaker.
Yes.
And he had tights on and everything. And he comes up to us.
Ben Franklin was there.
And Ben Franklin was there too. And he comes up to us and he goes, I really need you guys to do a favor. Again, our mom's not there. He's talking to us like we're adults at this point.
Where was mom?
She dropped us off thinking we're going to have a fun career day in class, say goodbye to, bye, kiss, and then left. And that's when he hijacked us. So he takes us out of the classroom and he goes, I need you to do a really big favor for me. We have a camera crew coming in an hour. I need 2 students to host a show that they're going to play on OPB, which is Oregon Public Broadcast, PBS. And we need you guys to host it. There's no script. There's no script. There's no script.
Americana comes to Atkinson School. Welcome and follow along while we visit a time where things were simpler and the pace was more relaxed. Come on and check this out.
Good.
How many of you got so far?
18.
That's pretty good. Come along. Oh, look, square dancing. This looks fun. Cool. It's in the hall because now they're changing classrooms to go to another period. Like ice cream? If you do, we're making it right here.
Yeah. Now, the person who kind of discovered ice cream was Marco Polo. Do you know?
Right now, kids are jump roping, and I think they're trying to play. A game that if you get caught, I guess you lose. What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? Well, I'm not really sure myself. I used to be the principal in this school, and this morning I seem to be George Washington, so I'm a little confused.
Anna Richards from the Oregonian. What are you doing here today?
Well, I came to see what was going on at your school and to write a story about it.
Lots of things going on in the gym. For like soap making, candle making, corn husk dolls, and saddle making. Are you having fun? Yes. What are you up to?
Well, I'm here helping with my daughter Stacy make the candles.
What's this about? What? No, really. Now, what?
You speak into it. And
Then what? You speak into there,
and you can
and
hear
then
yourself.
wait a minute, and then you speak in it, and then it goes down this here,
Yeah.
and here.
all
Where else? And it goes way up
into
there.
the TV camera.
And then what happens?
And then you could hear yourself.
Why do I want to hear myself?
What are you doing here?
Nothing. Making a kite.
Well, what is this supposed to be?
Kite.
How are you making your kite?
Well, like Cody said, you take it and you get some paper and you put it on this frame and you glue it over. You puncture 2 holes.
Well, what are these for?
This is for holding the kite.
Oh,
That's fun.
you fun here?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm playing.
Kindergarten room, and they're playing board games, and they have a variety of things going on. And here I'm interviewing Connie, and what are you playing?
Checkers.
We're watching people make Applehead dolls. And it looks pretty interesting how they make it.
Just having fun and having all kinds of neat experiences. Well, thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
Have a good day. We'll see you soon.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Now, do you think if we were like known as the nerds or the coordinators of the school or not the outgoing twins that would sing cabaret for the talent shows that you guys saw,
We're
do you think
dorks.
for a second he would have asked us? Absolutely not. No, we were the outgoing cute twins.
Okay.
So we spent all day
That's generous.
not enjoying the day with our friends and having fun and learning all the different things. We had to go around and interview people. It was a freaking nightmare, but we did it.
But it's just
We
so-
did it.
It is interesting that
It-
she wants to play the role of the wallflower.
Yeah.
Like she really does. She wants so badly for us to go back in time and have her walk when they get there, when they're engaged, and she shows the ring and everything outside. She wants us so badly to go back to that and say, that little girl, she was so nervous and so scared, and she had no confidence. And the way you guys have beat up on her, this girl probably since her birth has been very outgoing.
You're the outgoing person and you say exactly what you want in life. And you're saying, this is what I want to do. And I've been honest with you guys about how I said it. You know, I kids were never in my future. I just never saw it, you know. And then you actually do the things that you set out to do. Why would your friends be surprised at anything you've accomplished? Yeah, that's what Nancy said she was going to do. She wanted, you know, that's what she's not just relationship wise, but even career wise. Yeah, I'm not surprised the twins are on YouTube doing a dorky show together. That doesn't surprise me. So, Megan, you're trying to fool people right now, but the problem is you're talking to yourself.
Well, I'm not you.
I'm not
Megan.
I'm not you, but
and
it's
neither
like,
are you.
no,
trust
no,
me.
but I mean,
You're
they're
not a narcissist.
No, I get that, but we can actually talk about it. We can actually say,
You're not also a compulsive liar.
No, I never said that.
You say we're her. No, we're not.
If Megan for a second had the honesty to say, yeah, man, I freaking like
No, she
did
wa-
this.
No, she wants us to feel sorry for her. She's going back to the Cut magazine thing again. This is a strategy she has used before.
Oh God, it's just such
And
a
she
stupid
thinks
one.
she thinks it's gonna work.
I mean,
gonna work.
Had she been honest in the beginning and
Oh,
just
we
been
would have
like,
loved her.
guys, if she had like taken us aside and like us as a collective, her demographic, you know, West Coast liberals, you know, geriatric millennial, whatever she wants to call us, if she had taken us aside and she goes, guys, can you believe I got Harry? I'm divorced. Can you guys believe I did that? We would have eaten it up.
We
would've
were
been like,
loving it.
Yeah, that's freaking
We were
awesome.
loving it.
We
And
were
Link
loving it.
Lauren mentioned that one time on the show. He said if she admitted she's a liar
or just be like,
and just be like, this is the way it went. Like I knew I wanted to get my booty into Hollywood somehow.
Yeah.
And I did it this way.
There's a great story of Kanye West. Dave Chappelle talks about the first time he met Kanye West before College Dropout came out. That was the big album that put Kanye on the map. And Kanye was hanging out with Dave Chappelle backstage. He didn't know this guy. He's just some young guy. And he's just chilling in the background, not saying a freaking word. Not saying a freaking word. And they go out to a club or something afterwards. And all of a sudden, Kanye West's phone goes off. And he answers the phone. And we don't know who it is. I think it was like, who's that guy that died? His best friend.
Oh,
Virgil. It's probably Virgil or
sad.
something. And he's like, what up, Virgil? Yeah, what are you doing? Oh, man, yeah, I can't do that right now. Oh, yeah, I'm hanging out with Dave Chappelle and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And then Dave Chappelle, this is the line that he tells during the stand-up. And then he turns to the audience and he goes, and then Kanye goes, I'm here because I'm dope and I do dope shit. And then he just hangs up the phone. And it's like, yeah, because he's honest about it. It's like he was a nobody back then. And he was still, because I'm dope and I do dope shit.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. I'm quoting Kanye. Back to this shit. She brings up the girls at the tar pits and their vulnerability, which she clearly emphasizes.
And that's what we're saying. This is what she wants us to see her as.
Yeah.
A little girl who never stood a chance in life. Who never spoke, was always had a book in her hand.
She wasn't pretty.
She was not pretty. This is just such a lie.
Yeah. It makes sense. Some of those girls are the same age, 11, as Meghan was when she graduated from Hollywood Little Red Schoolhouse. It's the age oh crap. It's the age she was when she wrote the letter to Procter & Gamble.
She's bringing up the soap commercial?
To protest gender stereotypes. And if you're new here, we've debunked this. It was a curriculum-based project that everybody up and down the West Coast did. We all had to write on consumerism. It was a class project. Meghan's completely lying here. It was also around that time of 1992, LA uprising. She's referring to the Rodney King riots, which was awful. When I asked her about that time, she says it was cinematic in a way.
Oh, God.
It was
cinematic.
Is she going to compare it to Schindler's List again? Remember when she compared it to Schindler's List?
Yeah, the little girl in the red.
The snow was falling down. It was cinematic in a way, and I don't think many people can understand. Yeah, a lot of people can understand that we're affected by it and live there.
Yeah, we have family there. God.
It was so visual, smoke everywhere. People were driving around with the back of their SUVs open. I saw people running with boxes of diapers, smashed windows, so much fire and ash falling from the sky that it felt like snow. She is recycling Schindler's List because I don't believe for a second that happened. I'm sorry, but there is no way her dad would have allowed Doria to take her in the heart.
She rode the bike.
The epicenter of where the riots were going. Plus, you couldn't even get past certain checkpoints. The cops had put checkpoints everywhere. I have friends that grew up in LA. They remember this. There was absolutely no way you can get into certain parts of Inglewood and Compton and where everything was going on. You mean to tell me her dad just sat back and said, "You have her tonight, Doria"? Yeah. Good Lord. As we sit at the Polo Lounge, the city is currently at the center of a national fight over the enforcement of this administration's immigration policy and the continued deployment of the National Guard to urban areas. But the city, Meghan says many times over, the course of our conversation is resilient. It was scary, but LA survived it.
She's going to bring up the SAG-AFTRA writer's strike.
Oh, yeah.
And just be like, that was just, we had to walk around in circles.
For Meghan, the trajectory of her life has come full circle. See, that's what she wants you to think. Like, oh, it's come full circle. It's come full circle.
That nerdy girl.
Yeah, no, it hasn't. The Sussexes moved to California in 2020, settling in Montecito, a secluded, wealthy enclave of celebrity entrepreneurs like Oprah Winfrey and Gwyneth Paltrow. I'm sure Gwyneth's going to love that she was mentioned. There, Meghan reconnected with a tight-knit circle of women, including Kelly Zeiflin, who met Meghan when they were both in their 20s. Kelly met Meghan because Trevor was friends with Kelly's husband. Very good friend. They were in the same circle. They went to the same temple. They had the same family outings, gatherings. That's how they met. Okay? That was it. allegedly. There's a small group of us that protect each other, Zyflin said. Oh, okay. So far she's used Oprah, production members, and now Kelly Zyflin. That's her sources. Had fallen out of touch, but Meghan reached out in 2022 after she found out that Zyflin's 9-year-old son had passed away from COVID-19 and viral meningitis. The second I heard her voice, it felt like I was right back with her, Zyflin says. They weren't friends. She went to her wedding because Trevor was friends with them. What are you talking about, Kelly? See, that's why I don't trust Kelly.
Scary.
I don't trust this girl. I'm sorry. Kelly, you're a grifter. I think you're a grifter. I'm going to call you a grifter. There, I'm going to say it. You feel bad at the end of the day, but you're pregnant again. You're going to have another son, you said. It's going to be great. But I really do, in my heart of hearts, feel like you're a bad person. And just because you lost a child does not make you a good person, that we can't criticize you. I feel terrible saying that. But Stephanie, people have said it in the comments. No. Steph, she's being quoted right now in an article saying the second I heard Meghan's voice, I felt like I was right back with her.
But she could have mental problems.
Obviously.
That's what I'm saying. It could not be just this, like, she's not the devil spawn of Satan, dude.
I didn't say that.
She could have mental problems from losing her child.
Exactly.
It could be mental.
But I think she's a grifter too.
Okay.
Zyflin is on the board of the Alliance for Children's Right, a nonprofit that provides support for children and teens in California's foster care system, and that Meghan and Harry, through their Archewell Foundation, have supported. There isn't a day that goes by that she hasn't checked in, or I haven't checked in, Zyflin says. Someone can show up in a time of need or grief, and oftentimes they don't stay, or they're only here for a short amount of time. But Meghan just always made herself available to all of us. See, that's what I'm saying. There's a give and take in this relationship. Okay, there's obviously a give and take. Meghan is the generation of women who were taught to seek self-actualization through work. When did she work? Like, she lived with Trevor in her 20s.
Didn't work.
When did she work? This same group of millennial women experienced a radical shift once work was disrupted by the 2020 pandemic.
She blames that for everything too.
What?
They were going to succeed, and then the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
And that's what blew it all up to them.
And that's another thing that
How
you
dare
guys
you?
ask us all the time. It's like, at least we can admit. It's like, do you guys have a job? No. Why can't Meghan just be like, no, I like to work with charities.
She worked at Humphrey Bogart.
No,
Yogurt.
but like, I mean, it's like we're honest about it. It's like,
Okay,
not right
all right.
now. I asked her, despite her extraordinary circumstances, if she has experienced any of that same upending shift. I like the community of work and the connection, Meghan says. I think a lot of it is in my DNA. It's an attitude in contrast with the current trend of valorizing a soft life. That is a life without work outside the home, with an emphasis on ease, which requires its own level of hidden labor. You should do what works for you, Meghan said diplomatically. For her, though, when people start to see her work ethic and really understand how dedicated you are to things, how you are in one place, I believe it is how you are in other places. So for me, that's how I show up when I do potlucks at my kids' schools. That's how I show up when putting a party together for my friend who just had a baby. That's how I show up in my business. I really hope that she does not show up for her kids and for her friends with babies the way she shows up in her business life, because that would suck.
Meghan Markle worked for 72 days in the UK. 72 days. And then she hightailed it out of there because she was too stressed. That's her work ethic. She left everything. She had it all. She had it all.
Steph, she's had it all for the last 5 years. She had a $100 million deal with Netflix. She had a deal with Spotify.
No, but
That's
in the
her
UK,
work.
it's like you just had it all.
The fear of failure often runs in tandem with the millennial desire to achieve, best illustrated with the specter of the girl boss. When I broached the topic and asked Meghan what she's learned from her mistakes, she deadpans. You learn not to do it again. Oh my God.
Wait, you've been continuing this behavior for 5 years.
Before clarifying, if it all goes swimmingly, you don't learn from it. If you don't learn anything, you're not going to grow.
She's saying failing's gonna work.
She continues, I'm a mom with kids at that age where they are constantly learning something new.
Like landmines, Santa Claus doesn't exist.
I watch
Existential
them.
questions.
I watch them face things that feel completely insurmountable every day. But you can remember and say, I know it seems really hard right now, but trust me, that's going to come so easily soon. That's what kids want to hear. They want to hear, just get over it. Don't feel what you're feeling right now. Bottle it up. Because don't worry, it'll get better.
Explode.
Yeah, you'll go bag a prince like mommy did too and ruin an institution. Ruin a 1,000-year-old institution. It's going to be great. I can give myself the same grace as a founder. There's no such thing as perfect. I too get to make mistakes.
You know, that's
you do. No, I'll give her
we
that.
all do.
You made the mistake with American Riviera Orchard and you corrected it. I'll give you that. You made the mistake with Spotify with not working. I'll give you that. But what about then making the exact same mistake with As Ever? What about making the exact same mistake with Lemonada? What are you talking about?
You did part 1 and part 2, and you filmed it all at the same time.
And the Christmas special.
And the Christmas special. So how are you learning from anything if you're pre-recording this stuff? You're not living in real life. You're on some other planet.
Also not a lot of fun in being perfect, Meghan says. So why try to do that if you want to have fun? And by her good friend Serena Williams' account, okay, Serena wasn't quoted. They're taking a quote that she's already done in the past. We love a good mimosa, Williams says. We could talk for 100 hours and it feels like 10 minutes go by. And it's like we never stop smiling. Zyflin tells me she's funny. I think maybe that's surprising to people.
Again, they're trying to pull out this little nerd who had no friends and wasn't funny now.
Why didn't she show her humor during Spotify or the Netflix thing or any time she's been on camera? Why doesn't she ever show that side?
I think sticking her hand up that poor chicken was pretty comical.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Funny in that kind of way, maybe that means
maybe she thinks that's funny.
She's a court jester kind of funny.
Yeah.
Williams, who met Meghan over a decade ago at a Super Bowl party, they didn't meet at a Super Bowl party. Serena was there as a celebrity guest at a DirecTV sponsored event, and Meghan was hired as one of the background models to play the flag football. I think that's why we hit it off for no reason at that silly football thing. WME had a reminder of this, mind you. And Chrissy Teigen. Remember, Chrissy Teigen was there too.
There, yeah.
We were just like, why are we here? To meet you? Apparently, we've been lifelong friends ever since. I don't like things that feel overly realized, Meghan says. If you overwork the dough, it's not going to rise. And sometimes I think the stress that people put on moments, they are so consumed in them, and you lose the fun of why you are doing something. Not everyone who starts a business is under the microscope that she's under, Terry Wood says. That's the Oprah person. What she is learning to weather and ride out is the judgment that happens as a businesswoman when you are famous. No, it has nothing to do with that, because there are so many businesswomen that succeed. We have seen this happen so many times. I mean, Goop wouldn't even be around if this kind of crap happened in the world. The reason why she has judgment is because she lied. She lied so heinously.
But do you notice that it's either we're racist or we're all misogynist?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's to take your pick.
Yeah. A waiter comes to clear the table, but Meghan asks him to leave the fries behind. So relatable. I ask her if she ever feels the need to compartmentalize the parts of her life, work and family. You know what this feels like? This feels like the Bloomberg interview. Like, didn't she just do this?
Yeah, she had a burger and a beer.
And nobody bought that. So why is she trying to do this again?
Something's going on.
My office is right by the kitchen. And I love that I work from home, she says. It's a great luxury.
Well, my office is in my kitchen.
Yeah.
I win.
Her daughter Betty comes and sits on my lap when I'm in the middle of a meeting. That's what Harry said. Remember, he says the kids just run in and they go crazy during my meetings. First of all, Harry, you're not having any meetings. Enough with the meetings facade.
And if you want to be so relatable with your house, why not just tape there? Why didn't you tape your show there?
Yeah, it worked for the Kardashians.
I mean, you had them on set. You had the kids on set. Like, why would anyone want to watch? This is all fake.
This is all fake.
I feel like this is all fake. Whenever it's about P&L for my brand, it's about something creative. I hate to keep drilling it in, but her first launch, not this holiday launch, the first launch she did, that was her at her best. She had a show coming out. She had tons of press. She had Netflix apparently at her disposal and their partnership. I'm not understanding where the creativity came in, because we saw how creative she was, and it wasn't very creative. When I asked Meghan what she hopes her kids see when they see her working, she tells me, I hope they see the value of being brave. They saw it when the jam was just a pot on the stove bubbling. Man, you were so right when you called that baby boom scenario. Do you remember when you said she's going to do country baby and she's going to say she made jam?
Upside down jar
Tongs. Yeah. No, but you called it. Like, she's going to come up with this weird scenario that all she was doing was cooking jam. When you're young, she adds, I think you are a little bit more fearless. As we get older, we lose some of that. Our allotted time at the table is coming to a close. The last of the meal is whisked away, and a waiter comes by for an unsolicited cappuccino. In the foam on top, the restaurant has printed a photorealistic image of Meghan.
That's something she would take a picture of and post.
Yeah, it never happened. Watch, she produces it tomorrow.
The letter.
It'll be AI.
Good, then I hope you're listening.
Oh, she says, smiling down at it, I recognize this picture. That's from our trip to South Africa. Harry and Meghan toured the country in 2019, but they didn't give a crap about any of the causes. They were only there to talk about their woes and how hard it is living in the royal family.
Nobody asked me if I'm okay.
There was also a fire that almost killed Archie.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a lovely and absurd perk of celebrity, and Meghan is tickled enough to take a photo of it.
Oh, she did take a picture.
Jim posted it. No. I'm to the point with her because I have friends like this where I'm like, they post so much on Instagram that if they tell me a story now, I say in my head, do you ever say this in your head? Unless they posted a picture, they're full of BS right now. Like, I'm like,
they post so many. That's how Meghan is.
Yeah.
Like, Meghan overdoes. She oversaturates things.
Yeah, yeah. When I meet up with Meghan a week later on a stormy day in New York, she's wearing black leggings and an oversized Northwestern sweatshirt. Her alma mater. Her hair is pulled back, and if she has any makeup on, it's difficult to tell. Her skin is bare, and some of her freckles are visible. She looks like she could still be in college. Oh my goodness. Meghan, you look so fantastic. You could be in college. We're in a grand brownstone on the Upper East Side that belongs to one of Meghan's friends. When I enter, the house manager announces Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Okay, so this is the part that you guys were putting up on social media that I wasn't believing. I thought everyone was joking about this. Let's read this again. When I enter, the house manager announces Meghan, Duchess of Sussex.
It's her title. And they put out a red carpet and she...
No. Wait a second. She's at a friend's brownstone and a house manager comes out and announces her Meghan, Duchess of Sussex.
And they blow horns. Do, 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 do.
Guys, this is the first time I'm reading it. I apologize to anybody. I was like, there's no way this happened.
You said that, man?
No, I didn't physically write it, but
okay.
in my head, I was reading Twitter and I kept going, there's no way this is real.
It makes so much sense, though.
I'm in shock. Even though we appear to be the only other two people in the house. What? Meghan and Harry are in New York to receive the Humanitarians of the Year award from Project Healthy Minds. Okay, so this is where Stephanie and I were saying she went from Paris to New York. We don't believe for a second that she went from Paris. She said she went to go see her babies first in LA, then went back to New York. We never believed that for a second.
No.
Allegedly. We tried to decide where we will have our talk. downstairs in the kitchen with its oak countertops and a view of the patio, or upstairs. She gestures towards the second floor of the house, which is accessed via a glass elevator in the living room. In the week since we last met, Meghan caused a sensation when she made a surprise appearance at the Balenciaga show during Paris Fashion Week, the first with Pier Paolo Piccioli at the helm. The two have known each other for years. Okay, he dressed her when she was pregnant with Archie.
She's a working royal.
That's how he
That's
knew
why.
her. The
They're not
two have
friends.
known each other for years. I was excited for him, she said. I reached out and I said, happy to come and support you. We kept it a secret and it was really fun.
So she invited herself?
Yeah, she's based because he came out and said she invited herself. So she's trying to be like, yeah, I did reach out because we know each other. And he was like, oh, great. There's the word again. I love being able to do both, Meghan says, to play in the sandbox with my kids and to play in the front row at a show. I think the moment that you start making all of your personal decisions based on external judgment, then you lose your authenticity. I point out that when women in the public eye are multidimensional, they tend to get a lot of flack. Why do you think that is? Meghan asked me. Here I launch into a tangent about our culture's deep and historical distrust of women's voices in public. I've never had a problem using my voice. Have you?
There's some people that do.
Maybe they do. I feel bad.
Yeah,
you're
everything
right.
is about Nancy.
No, I never said that.
You
but I
literally
guess
just said
maybe
that.
it's like
Some people have
some people
low
do.
self-esteem.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I finally say Meghan deadpans again. Well, yeah. I tell her it sounds like she has good boundaries. I think my boundaries become stronger once I came into the public eye. And it is she pauses and makes a face similar to the one she made when she's talking about making mistakes and laughs. I could think of any adjective to fill the blank, and it would probably work. You find different ways to protect yourself, whether that's self-preservation or it's just growing up. She really is just recycling things she said during that Bloomberg thing with Emily Chang. Her circle of trust is tight. She puts her hand on her heart when she talks about her husband. Here we go.
Princess Diana.
Here we go, guys. He loves me so boldly, fully. And he also has a different perspective because he sees media that I wouldn't. Okay, so she's claiming that he looks at it, but she does not.
He said in the New York Times thing that he doesn't. He goes, I don't read that stuff.
But he does when it comes to her because he's so protective.
Right, of course.
No one in the world loves me more than him. So I know he's always going to make sure that he has my back. That's a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a threat?
Yeah, to the royal family.
That's a threat. That's like, you take away my kids' titles, you take away my titles. Guess what? This guy's going to come in so hot for you.
She can't stand Prince William right now. That's her
That's
nemesis.
a threat. That's a threat.
That's her nemesis.
That's a treason threat, and that's why you take away the titles. Also, the whole Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, walking into a room. That's it. Take away the damn titles. With Harry, Meghan explains, you have someone who has this childlike wonder and playfulness. That's code for he never grew up. He's emotionally stunted. I was so drawn to that. That means I was so able to take advantage of that and exploit him and his emotions. That's translated into every part of our life. Even in business, I want us to play and have fun and explore and be creative.
They hate each other.
God, they hate each other. Meghan also credits her mother, Doria Ragland. Oh, we got to get Doria in there with teaching her how to play as a child. Oh man, Doria taught you how to be like this?
This is about race.
Doria taught you how to not have social skills? Doria taught you how to treat your elders like this? As a child, I was very much an old soul, she says. That's been part of my wiring. My mom would say I was just born that way. That was her mom's way of saying, take care of yourself. I'm not going to be around.
No, that's her paying herself a compliment.
Yeah.
Right now.
Her mother, in contrast, was a free spirit. That's like her mom was never around. And they were a close duo. A travel agent during part of Meghan's childhood, Ragland would use her employee discounts so they would travel to Mexico for Day of the Dead. Meghan's maternal grandmother, another strong single woman who she never talked about, never mentioned, she never had a family, this never happened, but now we're going to talk about it, lived around the corner. It was at her grandmother's that Meghan learned about food. Okay, so her grandfather owned an antique shop that she learned about entrepreneurship. And now she's saying her maternal grandmother, even though she said she was closer to her paternal grandmother years ago, now it's her maternal grandmother who she learned about food. Carnation instant breakfast shakes in the morning, deli sandwiches for lunch, though these were often an attempt to deliver on Meghan's request to have a Subway sandwich like she'd seen in the commercials. Her grandmother, those family came from Tennessee, had a garden where Meghan helped pick greens and make preserves. Whenever Stephanie and I have a dinner party, whenever Stephanie and I cook for anybody, anyone will tell you there is an Italian aspect of everything we put out. They know they are going to get Italian inspired food. And that's because we learned to cook from our grandma. So Meghan is now saying that she learned about food from her grandmother who grew up in Tennessee. If any of that was true, her entire line of As Ever products would be inspired Southern cooking.
Comfort food.
Okay? Because if I were to come out with a Sidley Twins line of anything tomorrow, the first thing, and we've even talked about it, we would can Grandma's caponata.
Yep.
We've said that. It's an easy thing to can. We know the recipe and put it out in jars. We said we could do that. We already give it to people for Christmas and Hanukkah. That's exactly what we do. That's where your brain automatically goes. Where did she come up with this As Ever stuff then, if she was inspired by your grandma? As she describes it, it was her childhood with close ties, though she says her parenting style is very different from her mother's. Thank God. She has made it a study using books and apps and diligence that has made her an authority within her friend circle. She's just so smart. And I feel like no matter what, I can always learn from her, says Serena Williams.
Candyland.
Last time the two hung out, Meghan was talking about this amazing woman who is really helpful and how to talk to kids. I'm implementing so much that she's teaching me. When Meghan was growing up, her understanding of how to be a mother and a girl came from the media as much as it did from the women around her. She spoke of wanting to be a mother because of the capable sitcom mom she watched on TGIF and because of loving Archie comics. But didn't Trevor say she didn't want to have kids? Isn't that what Tom Bauer said?
I don't think she did.
Yeah,
she doesn't seem like someone who'd want
Yeah.
children. She seems like someone who would definitely not put them ahead of her.
Yeah.
So it would be like one of those things where it's like, I don't want Betty to get all the attention. I want all the attention.
Yeah.
You know? It's creepy.
Or just not have it in her future.
Yeah. I mean, she gave away a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, she doesn't have those maternal instincts that people have.
Everyone was like, do you want to be a Betty or Veronica? Betty, of course, she said, laughing. She was so nice.
She just named the kid Betty.
I know. You know what's weird? She says she's from our generation. Did we? I had never heard of Archie and Veronica until this.
I knew about it because CW, I think, put out a show called, oh gosh, what was it called? It's going to kill me now. It's about, but it wasn't a cartoon. The CW put it out in the 2000s, and I used to watch it.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about.
So I knew Archie, Betty, Veronica. Was it Jughead?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I knew about that stuff, but I never watched it as a kid.
I remember Dad showing us like an old box that he had in college,
Right.
and they had the comics in there, but I don't remember. Like it would make more sense for her to say things like Gem and the Holograms.
Yeah, I love Gem.
Or She-Ra. He-Man and She-Ra. That would make more sense.
No, it's interesting.
Where's this Archie and Veronica?
No,
come
she's
from?
definitely in her own. Well, she probably wants to copyright the names or something.
Something's going on with that. The LA of Meghan's childhood, diverse working class neighborhoods, and Erewhon before it was cool.
Okay, first of all, keep your name out of it. That is so annoying to me. I used to, gosh,
it's so annoying.
Before it was cool. Yeah, Meghan, you made it so cool.
Yeah. Did you also go to anthropology at the Grove, Meghan, before it was cool?
Sorry, it's cool.
It's cool. It's been changed by time, but is also decimated by fire last winter.
Ugh.
Pasadena and Altadena, two of the communities hardest hit, were placed. Spent a lot of time during adolescence. I saw homes where I used to have sleepovers reduced to ash.
And you stepped on them. You stepped on those houses.
See, she's making more sense though, because if she grew up in Balboa Park, yeah, Pasadena would make more sense that she had sleepovers with friends than she lived over the canyon, like she's trying to say she did.
She's getting right into the fires right now.
Yeah.
This is where it's
now she's in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Harry and Meghan were both spotted in the aftermath volunteering with chef Jose Andres and his World Kitchen. Okay, wait, they were spotted? No, Backgrid was there to take pictures of them.
They called
Backgrid.
the paps.
It was less about just giving someone a handout, but giving it to them with dignity, she says. And you treat it with the same level of care that you would have lost everything. They stepped on the freaking ashes. People weren't allowed to go to their homes, but the mayor of Pasadena allowed Harry and Meghan to go step on the remains of everything people owned.
Cars, people's cars, personal like albums, frames. They were just stepping right on them.
Time for me to go. Meghan, oh thank God. Meghan tells me she'll be having lunch soon with Gloria Steinem.
Oh God.
Or Glow, as she calls. Okay, so she went from like sweatshirts and leggings to that do-up just to go to Gloria Steinem. So she's basically saying, I gotta get ready for a pap walk to go to Gloria Steinem's house. So I gotta go do glam. Met during the pandemic. A mutual acquaintance was in their shared pod. Steinem came to Thanksgiving at Meghan's house. I've just always admired her, she says. Meghan is remarkably at ease with her surrealism of global celebrity.
You know what, Meghan? I want you to indent this in your head. Glow would have never showed up if you had not married Prince Harry.
Exactly.
Enough with this crap that people are gravitating towards you. They want access to him. That's it.
The house is quiet. The streets outside are too, because of the storm. When I walk to the door, I turn and I can see Meghan turn back to the kitchen, illuminated by the green light of the rain-soaked garden, ready to move on with the next thing.
Where was the help?
That's
Said her name.
I don't know.
Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Where'd that person go?
That was it, guys.
That was torture, dude. That was torture.
Yeah, it was
It's
pretty
like she
bad.
waited like till she knew we were sick or something. She's like, oh God, we gotta wait.
Woo!
We gotta really put Nancy and Stephanie through the ringer.
I'm gonna try to kill him this holiday season.
Exactly.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Bronchitis, that's nothing. Watch this. Watch this article.
Oh God.
A fever? Watch this.
Today's animal rescue is starting over animal rescue. They rescue cats, dogs. They provide medical, spay, neutering. They do foster programs, and it's all done with volunteers. These are the small rescues that are doing the life-saving work, getting these animals out of the kill shelters, putting them into foster care, getting them medical, and then waiting for their forever homes. We're going to put their link in the description box below. Please share them with friends and family. It really does make a difference.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you soon.
Oh, God, no.
I won't do it. I swear I won't.
Okay.
We went through enough.
Okay.
We went through enough.
Yeah, just give me a freaking break.
Yeah, give me a break, man. That was a lot. Bye, guys.